privilege to be able to have a part to play in preserving an animal as magnificent as the Przewalski horse, or as a tapir, or as a gorilla or orangutan, or almost any of the species you can see here at the zoo. These are part of the treasure of biological resources of our planet, and they've been on the verge of extinction, and now they're coming back. And the most fantastic thing would be able to participate in seeing that they go back into nature. That's really one of the big goals. It's a privilege to be able to
adults, 2 children.
Bus, nursery, sky ride both ways, and a map of the park. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And he is the only albino koala that's ever been born in captivity. There's only one other albino, and she is in Australia, and she was born in the wild. So he's a real special animal.
Exterminators.
He sizes up his batter. Here's the windup, the pitch. He delivers. And then, almost anything can happen, from a long fly... He sizes up his batter. Here's the windup, the pitch. He delivers. And then, almost anything can happen, from a long fly ball to an out at home plate. For nearly 150 years, Americans have been enjoying the game of baseball. Considered by most Americans to be the national pastime, baseball attracts millions of spectators every year in the United States, Japan, and other countries. Australia has the distinction of being the only country to occupy an entire continent. But because much of the interior climate and terrain is very harsh, most Australians live along the coasts, in cities such as Sydney and Brisbane. There is enough arable land, however, for Australia to rely on its pastures and farms for food and other agricultural products. Friendly people, dependable sunshine, water sports, and exotic animals help make tourism a thriving industry in Australia.
You are looking at an area of tissue about the size of the head of a pin. you can see a small artery entering the field from above. Branching off from the small artery are very tiny blood vessels called capillaries, the smallest blood vessels in the body. They are so small that the red blood cells can barely squeeze through them and have to travel through in single file.
Most of the Amazon River and its surrounding rainforest lie within Brazil, the world's largest tropical country. Since World War II, Brazil has changed its economic base from agriculture to industry. Still, nearly 1/3 of the labor force is employed in farming. The major crops are coffee, bananas, and sugarcane, but small farms produce a large variety of tropical fruits and vegetables. About 2/3 of the people live in cities and towns along the coast. In 1960, in a dual effort to draw people into the interior of the country and to relieve congestion in Rio de Janeiro, the capital of Brazil was moved to the newly created ultra-modern interior city of Brasilia.
Stretching from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific, Canada, one of the world's largest countries, has some truly spectacular scenery. Well known for its grain production, fishing, and mining, Canada also produces a great number of manufactured and processed goods. Settled by the French in the early 16th century, Canada shows the influence of its mixed French and British heritage in much of its architecture and culture.
China is slightly smaller than Canada in area, but in population, China's more than 1 billion people make it second to none. The Chinese people have the distinction of having a long history of a shared common culture. Long associated with picturesque rural scenes, ornate temples and halls, and exquisite craftsmanship, China today maintains these characteristics while it develops mechanized industry and modern technology, and responds to Western architecture and clothing.
The Great Sphinx and the pyramids at Giza have symbolized Egypt for ages. Although remnants of Egypt's past are appealing, they sometimes obliterate the reality of modern-day Egypt. Today, Egypt is a mix of old and new. This section of Cairo retains a look of the past. But this view reveals that Egypt is also very much a part of the modern world.
For centuries, Europe has been a major center of culture, learning, and productivity. Varied in resources, European nations engage in a wide range of economic activities, from date cultivation in Spain, to caviar processing in Russia, to oil drilling off Norway. Europe is also a land rich in history, with a succession of powerful empires and nations displacing each other amid some of history's bloodiest conflicts.
Long a mecca of culture, France is as beautiful as it is varied. Medieval abbeys and cathedrals, gracious Renaissance castles, and historic landmarks dot its landscape and grace its cities. Each year, millions of tourists visit France, attracted by its cultural heritage and scenic playgrounds. Germany is home to the Bavarian Alps, the Black Forest, and well-known rivers such as the Danube and the Rhine. Some of the world's best white wines come from Germany's Moselle River Valley. The home of such renowned composers as Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms, Germany is revered for its rich history of classical music. Modern industry and architecture have replaced many old ways of life, but they can often be seen side by side. The most infamous icon of modern Germany was the Berlin Wall, which separated East and West Germany from 1961 to 1989. The countries were reunited in late 1990. Cut off from the rest of Asia on the north by the Himalayas, India lies on a peninsula that juts southward into the Indian Ocean. Home to 1/6 of the world's people and seat of a civilization that began more than 4,000 years ago, India is a nation so rich in culture that for many people, just hearing its name conjures up images of its romantic and mysterious heritage. Glimpses of the past are common in India even today. Modern India is a land of extremes, some of which exist side by side.
Composed of more than 13,000 islands, Indonesia is one of the world's most volcanic countries. With water seemingly everywhere, this nation ranks 12th in the world's fishery production. Rice, planted in wet paddies, is the mainstay of Indonesian agriculture. In work and in art, tradition plays a strong role in the culture of Indonesia.
Brilliant culture, rich history, and incomparable beauty. These are the treasures of Italy, one of Europe's oldest nations. Rome, Italy's capital, was once the seat of the powerful Roman Empire. During the Middle Ages, Italy's Renaissance bloomed, leaving a remarkable cultural legacy that can still be seen today.
Japan. This country is a land of high-speed trains, modern buildings, massive industry, teeming highways, and commuter stress. Modern Japan, rivaling the most advanced economic powers of the West, seems a long way from the traditions of its past. Japan's phenomenal success in economic development since World War II is based in part upon its many highly trained scientists, engineers, and technicians. This economic success is considered by many to be a modern-day miracle.
As a result of World War II, Korea is divided into two countries. Communist North Korea is primarily industrial, while non-communist South Korea has most of the country's farmland. Despite Korea's political division, Koreans are culturally homogeneous, and most consider their two countries a single nation. Mexico is a land of exotic ruins, strong traditions, and a burgeoning population. More than 2/3 of all Mexicans live in cities. Mexico City, with a population of more than 16 million people, is one of the largest cities in the world. Mexico's culture and fine resorts attract millions of tourists each year.
New Zealand is a sovereign, independent island country that lies southeast of Australia and about midway between the equator and the South Pole. Situated over the junction of two tectonic plates, New Zealand is subjected to frequent geologic activity. The country's mass is divided into two main islands: North Island, on which volcanoes, earthquakes, hot springs, and geysers are common, and South Island, notable for its high mountain peaks, fjords, and glaciers. New Zealanders, nicknamed Kiwis after their national emblem, enjoy a high standard of living.
The third largest continent, North America, includes Canada, the United States, Mexico, and more than 30 other countries. Among the continent's most spectacular topographical features are the Rocky Mountains and the Mississippi River, which spans almost the entire length of the United States. In eastern North America, the 5 Great Lakes form the largest connected area of fresh water on Earth. More than 7,000 islands make up the Philippines, an Asian nation located in the Pacific Ocean. The people of the Philippines, or Filipinos, are almost entirely of Malaysian descent. About half of the people are farmers, with rice the dominant crop. Ruled for more than 300 years by Spain and then controlled by the United States, the Philippines became independent in 1946.
Mountains, deserts, and rainforests. Each of these features can be found in South America, the 4th largest continent. Along its western edge stretch the Andes, the world's longest mountain range. In Peru, the Andes are home to Machu Picchu, an ancient fortress city of the Incas. Descendants of the Incas still adhere to ancient tribal customs, as do native peoples in several other South American countries.
The 550 miles that make up the width of Spain stretch from Europe to the Strait of Gibraltar. Travelers to Spain's countryside often come away with impressions of a land with few people. Spain's people are overwhelmingly urban. 76% of them live in towns and cities. The architecture of Spain gives us a clue to the country's history. Moorish architecture is reminiscent of the 7 centuries that Spain was under Muslim power. Today, the chief religion and cultural base of Spain is Roman Catholicism.
U.S., USA, America. They all stand for the United States of America, 4th largest country in the world and home to about 250 million people. parched deserts, steamy woodlands, stark, barren mountains, and flat fields of cropland. All are part of the American scene. The waters that border the U.S. include such contrasts as the crisp, icy cold of Glacier Bay on the southeastern coast of Alaska and the sultry warmth of Hanauma Bay on the island of Oahu, Hawaii. American people and American lifestyles are as varied as the terrain.
Hitler's invasion of Poland in September 1939 ignites World War II. One by one, Europe's nations fall before Germany's mechanized armies. Only Britain holds firm.
I have nothing to offer but blood, tears, toil, and sweat.
To stem the aggression of Germany, Italy, and Japan, Allied nations join forces. On December 7, 1941, Japanese planes attacked Pearl Harbor. The next day, the United States enters the war.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
Fighting continues for almost 4 more years, spreading to North Africa and the Pacific. On D-Day, June 6, 1944, British and American troops begin the liberation of Europe. Within a year, Germany surrenders. To subdue Japan, the United States drops atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrenders the next day. World War II cost more than $1 trillion, over 27 million lives, and untold human suffering.
Quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the dragon's lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits. On a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon.
Groovy! Plasma! Yippee!